So Fortune Minerals is a Canadian mineral development company listed for trading on the Toronto Stock Exchange and also the OTCQB, symbols FT on the TSX and FTMDF on the OTCQB. The company is focused on the development of its 100% NICO gold, cobalt, bismuth, copper project, which is comprised of a mine and a concentrator up in the Northwest Territories and a planned refinery in southern Canada where it will process concentrates from the mine, producing gold doré, cobalt sulfate, bismuth ingots and oxide, and copper precipitate. This is a very advanced project. We have spent over $135 million on the project to date. It's a development asset which has secured a positive feasibility study in 2014. It's received its environmental assessment approval as well as the major mine permits for the facilities in the Northwest Territories, and we're currently seeking a strategic partner to help finance and develop the asset in combination with Fortune. So the NICO deposit has National Instrument 43-101 compliant mineral reserves totaling 33 million tons containing gold, cobalt, bismuth, and copper. This is one of the most advanced cobalt assets globally required to meet the growing demand for cobalt in high-performance rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. These batteries have historically been used in portable electronic devices. However, there is accelerating demand for cobalt now in transformative automotive electrification and the demand for batteries and stationary storage to make electrical grids more efficient. Both cobalt and bismuth are also critical minerals. Critical minerals have been identified by the U.S. government as well as the European Union as minerals that have essential functions in industry as well as defense. They cannot be substituted easily by other minerals, and their supply chains are threatened by either geographic concentration of supply or geopolitical issues. So having a North American source of supply of two critical minerals with a highly liquid gold co-product of over 1 million ounces of gold makes this a very attractive project for development. So Fortune Minerals has a very accomplished board and management team. The members of our team have proven records in identifying mineral deposits, delineating them, permitting them, developing them, building them, and operating them. And in particular, the team has had international and local experience in doing all of these activities, with a particular emphasis on Canada's Northwest Territories, which is a jurisdiction requiring certain skill sets. So the NICO development is a polymetallic project. It will produce gold, cobalt, bismuth, and copper, and our vertically integrated development has been assessed in a bankable feasibility study by Micon International in 2014. This has determined that average annual production over the 20-year mine life will be approximately 41,000 ounces of gold, 1,600 tons of cobalt, 1,750 tons of bismuth, and 265 tons of copper per year. This translates into sales using our base case metal price assumptions of approximately $760 million, and that generates EBITDA of over $100 million with 50% margins. So it's a project that will have very significant revenues and competing in a global markets for metals which are significantly larger. So I would think that the NICO project has four distinct competitive advantages. The first one is that we're located in Canada. Canada is a safe jurisdiction with a rule of law that generally respects ownership of properties, and once they've been developed, allows the company to successfully operate. The second issue is that we are a polymetallic deposit. We have four different metals or payable metals in the deposit, so when one metal may be up or down, the other ones would be doing the opposite. And in particular, we have over 1 million ounces of gold in our mineral reserves, which is a highly liquid co-product which mitigates risks with our critical mineral volatility. The third issue is that we have critical minerals with very significant demand growth. Cobalt is a metal that is growing in demand because of its use in high-performance rechargeable batteries and transformative automotive electrification, which will increase the demand for cobalt by likely over 100% over the next 5 years. Our bismuth deposit, the bismuth contained in the deposit, even though it's only about 10% of the revenue, represents the largest deposit of bismuth in the world. We also have very supportive governments. The governments of Canada, the government of the Northwest Territories, as well as the Tlicho Indigenous government are all working towards building a $200 million all-season road to the community of Wati near our development. This road has been designed not only to service the development, but also to service the community, but also to enable more mineral production and economic activity in this area. We've also received an indicative 5-year tax holiday from the Saskatchewan government if we were to build the metallurgical refinery in Saskatchewan. And also the Canadian government has partnered with the U.S. government with a joint action plan on critical mineral supply, which is encouraging more production of critical minerals. Both cobalt and bismuth are critical minerals needed by certain industries, and also for manufacturing, also for the defense industries. So generally speaking, we have a very supportive government, an interesting deposit with 4 metals in a safe jurisdiction, and growing demand for all of those metals. So Fortune Minerals has been very successful in, first of all, identifying a known mineral deposit. The NICO project was discovered by the company. We've expended an enormous amount of money on the project to advance it through to the development stage, and this includes resource delineation, proving up the mineral reserves for the project. We successfully test mined it, which has validated the geometry and the grade of the deposit, as well as the mining conditions. We've pilot plant processed after developing a metallurgical flow sheet with our consulting partners in metallurgy. This has verified the flow sheet, the metallurgical recoveries we expect to achieve, as well as we've been able to produce samples of the products that we expect to produce and provided those to prospective customers. We successfully completed a bankable feasibility study. We have completed an environmental assessment for the project. We've secured the major mine permits for the facilities in the Northwest Territories. And we've entered into important agreements with local governments, including a socioeconomic agreement with the Northwest Territories government and access and cooperation agreements with the local Indigenous government. Now we're focused on securing a strategic partner to help finance and develop this asset, and that's our near-term objective, which should lead to value recognition in our asset. So Fortune Minerals has already been very successful in identifying a mineral deposit with 33 million tons of proven and probable mineral reserves in the NICO deposit. We've also got a satellite deposit called Soudayen, which contains 10 million tons. Our long-term vision is to become a recognized producer of specialty metals and gold and participate in the transformative evolution of the automotive industry from internal combustion engines to electric mobility. We also want to be a participant in new energy and eco-metals to participate in the growing green economy, and eventually to diversify our refinery project into a major recycler of these metals as well. That's the long-term goal of the company, is to be a successful operator of technology and eco-metals.